standing. The prayer will be led by Karthik Gupta of grade 5.
Join your hands, close your eyes, and please bow your heads. O dear Good Shepherd, make our school a home away from our home. Make us always feel that we all belong to a family and that the teachers are like our parents. We believe that you speak through them when we listen to them. Give more wisdom to all concerned with us so that they may guide us always on the right path. Make us know your presence and power by rewarding and punishing us. Let us not become proud when we are rewarded, and let us not become humiliated when you punish us for our mistakes. Give us enough strength to forget and forgive as you forgive us our sins. We thank you for the showers of blessings on this school, for its growth and progress into a big and good school. Give us everything to make our lives in this school a happy one. This we ask for your love's sake. Amen.
Please be seated. We will now have the percussion ensemble by the boys of grade 11. I request the President, Mr. Jacob Thomas, the Senior Vice President, Student and Staff Welfare, Mrs. Sarah Jacob, and the Principal, Mrs. Sheila Alexander, to escort the Chief Guest to the stage. We will now have the welcome address by Akhila Chandran Babu, the Autumn House Captain.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, esteemed Chief Guest, His Excellency, Honorable Sri Justice P.Sathasivam, His gracious wife, Madam Saraswati, co-founder and managing trustee, Senior Vice President, Mrs. Elsama Thomas, President, Mr. Jacob Thomas, Senior Vice President, Student and Staff Welfare, Mrs. Sarah Jacob, Principal, Mrs. Sheila Alexander, members of the Academic Council, teachers, and the student body. A very warm welcome to all. A special word of welcome to our chief guest, whose presence has been long awaited. In 2018, he had agreed to visit our school as the chief guest for the inauguration of the Dr. P.C. Thomas Initiative Trust. Unfortunately, he was unable to make it due to the deluge in Kerala. In 2020, we eagerly waited for his presence during the Founders' Day celebrations. Yet again, he was unable to do so as our school had closed owing to pandemic protocols. However, he was our chief guest on the virtual platform. Today, we finally have you in our midst, sir. It is indeed a great honor to have been given the opportunity to welcome you, sir and ma'am. Thank you for gracing the occasion. Sri Justice P.Sathasivam was born into an agricultural family as a son of late Palaniswamy and Srimati Natchiammal at Kadapanallur village near Bhavani in Erode district, Tamil Nadu on 27th April 1949. Graduating from the Government Law College, Madras, he enrolled as an advocate and was appointed to the post of Additional Government Pleader. Subsequently, he became the Special Government Pleader in the Madras High Court. He also served as legal advisor for several state-owned corporations, municipalities, and banks. He was appointed a permanent judge of the Madras High Court on 8 January 1996 and transferred to the Punjab and Haryana High Court in 2007. He was elevated to the post of Judge of the Supreme Court on 21st August 2007. He was sworn in as the 40th Chief Justice of India on 19th July 2013 and retired on April 2014. Sri Justice Sadasivam has to his credit several path-breaking judgments, which include the Reliance Gas judgment, wherein he observed that in a national democracy like ours, the national assets belong to the people, and the same should be explored through public sector undertakings. Along with Justice B.S. Chauhan, he delivered the judgment in the 1993 Mumbai blast case, sentencing several accused persons, including Bollywood actor Sanjay Dutt, to 5 years imprisonment. This was the biggest case heard in the history of the Supreme Court. In consonance with the international conventions and treaties, he delivered another important judgment in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination accused case, holding that unexplained and unreasonable delay in the disposal of mercy petitions by the president leads to commutation of death sentence into life sentence. In the case of Safai Karamchari Andolan versus Union of India, after hearing Union of India, all states and union territories, with a view of bringing to an end to the practice of manual scavenging and also to prevent future generations from the inhuman practice, he issued a series of directions to all the states for prohibition of manual scavenging. The order also had a rehabilitation package, which included the grant of rupees 10 lakh as compensation to the families of everyone who died in sewers since 1993. In Union of India versus National Federation of the Blind, in view of the provisions of the Persons with Disabilities Act and of the fact that many governments failed to provide reservation for disabled persons, Justice Sadasivam held that 3% refers to a part of the total vacancies in cadre strength, and directed central states and union territories to strictly implement the act. The Parliament later increased his reservation to 4%. He also authored leading judgments in electoral reforms such as nota, paper trail, furnishing all required details in the nomination paper as mandatory, etc. Sri Justice P.Sathasivam, who assumed office as the Governor of Kerala on 5th September 2014, has pioneered a quality improvement drive in the higher education by instituting the Chancellor's Award for the best university in the state. Sri Justice Sadasivam is married to Srimati Saraswati, and they are blessed with 2 sons, S. Srinivasan and S. Senthil. Sri Justice P. Sadasivam served as governor till 5th September 2019. On behalf of the school, we welcome you heartily, Sir and Madam Saraswati. I request you, Sir and Ma'am, to accept the bouquets as a symbol of our warm welcome.
Thank you, Akhila. I now request the chief guest to address the gathering.
Most respected Srimati Elsa Thomas, Managing Trustee and Senior Vice President, Mr. Jacob Thomas, Sarah Jacob, Sheila Alexander, members of governing body, faculty members, other staff members, and my dear students. I'm happy to participate in the special assembly of students in the school auditorium. At the outset, I convey my best wishes to all students of this prestigious Good Shepherd International School, Ooty. It is undoubtedly one of the India's best co-educational schools. The school embraces all cultures, endeavors to promote constant and healthy growth in the academic as well as extracurricular activities. I am happy to note that the school has all basic requirements, and there is invariably an effort to blend tradition with modernity in a truly international sense. Before coming to this auditorium, myself and my wife, we came to this institution even around 10:15, even 10 o'clock we reached here. Now I was asking our PRO, the function starts at 12 o'clock. Where is the need to go 1 hour earlier or 1.5 hours earlier? Sir said, he informed, sir, madam wants to see all our institution, all places. Then we reached here and we were taken by Mr. Jacob Thomas and Sarah Jacob. Even madam also accompanied. Now I am 72. I served as a High Court Judge, Supreme Court Judge and Chief Justice of India, as well as Governor of a state. First time I noticed such facilities in a school. Of course, this is an international school. Though I had an opportunity to visit almost all the places, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, Guwahati to Ahmedabad, I didn't have an opportunity to see this kind of facilities to your students. That's why I mentioned, even on sports side, maybe one or two grounds, football ground or some common place for almost all games. Here, even because my wife could not see all places, going here and there, we cut short. Otherwise, I could have seen the entire area. It's a great thing. The honor goes to Dr. Elliot Thomas, and now Madam Elsama Thomas and his son and daughter-in-law are taking care of it. So it is a credit to our state of Tamil Nadu. I didn't have this opportunity to, even I had an opportunity to visit many institutions in Singapore, Malaysia and South Africa during my tenure as Chief Justice, and addressed in one or two institutions, but I didn't have this kind of facilities. So it is an opportunity to these students studying here to make use of these facilities, and by using this, you can be a good citizen and beneficial not only to you and your parents, but also to our country. So I congratulate the management, particularly Madam Thomas, all faculty, staff, and my dear students for their many achievements. Dear students, I would like to stress on two aspects. One is the will to succeed. Will to succeed. Number two, second, the skill to achieve. Will to succeed. Another is to skill to achieve success. You should ever be grateful to your teachers for equipping you with the confidence that is inevitable to go up in life. You should not forget your teachers. I will give you some examples because I am the only speaker, I can take more time. When I completed graduation and law, when I started practice in the Madras High Court, you may not have opportunity to spend some time in High Court, not required, no need to visit any court, but as a High Court, which is the Madras High Court is a chartered High Court, if you get a chance, better visit one day. Around 10:30, now I was rushing to the court holding some papers with me, case files. I noticed teacher, my former teacher, Tamil Pandit. I learned Tamil from him only. He was wearing ordinary dhoti and white shirt. He was looking here and there. So my mind at that time was to go to court and begin the case, otherwise it will be called and dismissed. At that time I noticed, then I went to him, sir, I am so and so. I studied Tamil, you were my teacher. What is your problem? Why you are in the court campus? He said, to execute some document, I want purchase stamp paper. It is available in the court complex itself. So I took him to that place. I purchased stamp papers, 50 rupees, and handed over to him. And I said, sir, where are you? I come from Triplicane, Tiruvallikeni in Chennai. Then I asked the auto driver, auto available within the campus, to drop him in the campus, don't collect anything. you come and receive me from my office. Now, why I am mentioning, he was very happy. With the folded hands, he left the High Court premises. Whenever you get an opportunity in future, wherever you are, if you get a chance to meet your teachers, professors, principal, or who taught other subjects, you have to do something for them. You should not forget them. That's why I mentioned this. I have always felt that it is not the beauty and grandeur of the faculty buildings or number of disciplines being taught that determine the standard and dignity of any institution or university. When the students leave the portals of their mother institution, they should have learned the fundamentals of decent behavior and basic norms of humanity. This aspect is what Dr. Sarvaballi Radhakrishnan, our former president, has termed as spark and spirit of education. Spark and spirit of education. When I entered this auditorium, I noticed a pin drop silence, like a army quarters. When you see the army men, armed forces, when you go near them, you can't even get an air from his nose. It is soundless. Likewise, I noticed. That shows the discipline and the decorum of our institution. I take this as an occasion to share few values with you, young minds, but it would not be a lecture of advice. Don't take it that I am giving you advice. There are three values which all of you should cherish and process in life to be able to succeed. Firstly, do what your heart desires. Firstly, do what your heart desires. Second, then I will explain later. Second, be grateful to those people who were behind you in all odd times. And last, constantly challenge yourself. Let me elaborate a little on these three values by infusing my own experiences. First, do what your heart desires. No money, no brand name, not even the firm that you have achieved will satisfy you when you reach my age. Now I am 72 plus. I know it is too early to talk about the tail end of your career, not at this stage, but time just flies. It is always good to be prepared. Time is limited, so don't waste it living with the wavelengths of others' observations. You have to really trust something inside yourself. Don't let the noise of others' opinion shadow your own inner voice. Follow your passion and stay true to yourself. Remember, my dear youngsters, the choice of profession or career must stem from idealism, a cherished dream or passion, and not made keeping in mind which job or profession will be more lucrative. Second, eternally be grateful to those people who were behind you in all odd times. I was raised on country sunshine by farmer parents who made incredible sacrifices to send me even to school. No, I come from Erode district. This is Nilgiris, then Coimbatore, then Tirupur, then Erode. Then if you go further, Salem, it goes up to Chennai. I am in the western part of Tamil Nadu, Erode district. My taluka is Bhavani. I come from a farming community in a small village. No school, nothing. When I was a child like you, or when I started, I intended to go to school. There is no school in my village. I was raised on a country sunshine by farmer parents who made incredible sacrifices to send me even to school. My wife stood by my side from my days of studying law. Since I joined law course after marriage, after graduation, I got married. There have been lot of friends who have supported me through ups and downs. Never allow any decision of yours at any corner of time to be swayed by the factor of money or fear. Third, challenge yourself. Success is built on the rocks of challenges. If you aspire to be successful, then you will have to face your own tests and challenges in the years to come to challenge yourself. Now I am going to give some more my personal experience for this. Take some risks in your life. Focusing your life solely on making money shows a dearth of ambition. It asks too little of yourself, and it will leave you unfulfilled. Making your mark on the world is hard. It takes patience, it takes commitment, and it comes with plenty of failure along the way. Aptly said by great humanist Abraham Lincoln, I quote only two sentences. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other thing, unquote. So, my beloved students, I urge all of you to vow today that you will improve yourself, your willpower every day by challenging yourself to accomplish a difficult task. Today I would like to emphasize on the role of students in India's vision. Students are often referred as an invaluable investment for future. I don't know how many of you had an opportunity to see the address of our Honorable Prime Minister to students yesterday. Now, I spent some time to hear his, I won't say advice, suggestions. Almost all of them are students. Students are often referred as an invaluable investment for future. They are on every count the molders of better tomorrow. That is why eminent educationists and academicians insist on giving them 100% foolproof coaching and training on whatever disciplines they opt for. The progress of any country, big or small, depends primarily on the standard of education that is being imparted at all levels. Whatever be the subject, be it art, science, literature, law, or technology, one has to have a sound grounding on it. And that is precisely what every institute or training center has to ensure at the fundamental phase of each discipline. All educational institutions should aim at transforming students into resourceful young men and women, equipping them with essential qualities of an enlightened existence. In fact, what distinguishes a learned man from the uninitiated is his capacity to face the crucial crisis of life, the intimate quality of his response and behavior in relation to his fellow beings, rich as well as poor. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our former president and one of the most illustrious sons of India, was a true teacher to the last moment of his legendary life. You might have heard. He always held the student community close to his heart. The last function Dr. Kalam attended was an address to the students at Shillong, which is in Northeast, known all over the world as the Missile Man of India. You know, before his appointment as a President of India, he was serving in the Space Center in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Known all over the world as the Missile Man of India, his words inspired the students and ignited their young minds. He urged the students to dream big and aim high, and asserted that their dreams would one day blossom into reality. His inspiring speeches focused on the positive side of action, initiating them to break barriers and forge ahead. Somebody has published all his speeches in a book. When I was serving as a governor of Kerala, whoever visits Raj Bhavan, instead of bouquet, I hand over his book. Because even after retirement, he used to visit Thiruvananthapuram often. He used to stay only in Raj Bhavan. I spent a lot of hours with him. Such a knowledgeable person. When I completed my schooling, initially I said it is a government high school in Erode district. I wanted to become a doctor. I studied only in Tamil medium. Just now I said, even after 70 years, I am seeing this kind of auditorium. When I was in Delhi, I had the opportunity to attend several functions in Vigyan Bhavan. You may not have heard, but at least some of you, Vigyan Bhavan is like this, almost similar to this. Normally, the President of India, Prime Minister, and Chief Ministers, judges of the Supreme Court, if they have any conference, yearly once it takes place, only in Vigyan Bhavan, the meeting will be arranged. Such a facilities are there, such a protected place. Now I am seeing after retirement as a Chief Justice of India in 2014, I am seeing this looking like another Vigyan Bhavan. When I wanted to, I said I studied in a government school. At that time when I finished my school, I wanted to become a doctor, but I was unsuccessful in acquiring a seat through merit. You know, joining a medical college is not so easy. I come from a backward community in Tamil Nadu. There is a reservation, backward, most backward, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. And you have to secure the required mark. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the required mark. So I pursued my graduation in Bachelor of Arts. Thereafter, I got married. It was on my wedding reception. There I was advised by a well-wisher that I should do law and make lawyering as my profession. As I did my schooling in Tamil medium in government school, I studied English language by reading daily English newspapers. Otherwise, very difficult to practice law. Then the life took many turns, of which I am grateful to my family, who always held my side. Now, I was considered for judgeship of the High Court of Madras at the age of 46. It is very difficult to secure that post at the young age, 45 plus. That's why I am mentioning 46. After serving 11 years in the Madras High Court, I was transferred to Punjab and Haryana High Court at Chandigarh and later to Supreme Court of India. I occupied the office of Chief Justice of India during 2013 and 14. I heard subsequently only one from Tamil Nadu and retired as a 40th Chief Justice of India on 26th April 2014. On the farewell address on 26/4, it's a large crowd. Even Supreme Court, we didn't have this kind of auditorium. Now, after retirement, they constructed an auditorium, but not like this. In the open lawn, around 6 o'clock, I was asked to address, because that was my last day. Now, I said, I want to spend my retired life in my native village. I informed the Delhi people, I am a Kisan by birth. I want to continue my farming. Because my two sons, one is settled at Coimbatore, another is likely to be settled outside my village to take care of their children's education. So I have to take care of my lands, all good lands. So I won't stay neither at Delhi nor at Chennai, state capital, where I own a house. So I may leave within 1 or 2 weeks. As per the rules, the retired Chief Justice can stay for 1 month in the official residence at Delhi. But on the 3rd week, I left Delhi. Before that, many corporate houses, many managing directors, chairman, and chairman of public sector undertaking like Coal India, Air India at that time, many oil and natural gas commission, they came to my house after getting appointment. Sir, we read your judgment in Reliance Gas judgment, wherein I said the natural resources belong to our people. We are the owners of all natural resources. In that judgment, I made an observation. It should be employed through public sector undertaking like ONGC or Coal India, so that the benefit or profit will go to the public. So I encouraged public sector. Unfortunately, nowadays, this public sector sectors are going slowly to private hands. So, knowing the principles of mine, many public sector undertaking chairmen and MDs came to my house. Sir, why are you leaving Delhi? Please stay at Delhi after retirement. We will take care of your accommodation, food, safety, security, vehicle, everything. We have several problems. We need your advice, legal opinion, or you have to appear for our disputes as arbitrator. No, I said, no, after retiring as Chief Justice of India, no, I am not interested in staying at Delhi. I want to continue my farming, my traditional. All right, then after taking tea, they started leaving. One person, before leaving my room, he is very bold enough. He again asked one last question. Sir, we know your salary as a Chief Justice of India and your pension benefits also. If you accept our advice and stay at Delhi, you may earn 30 times of your last drawn salary. Now, with folded hands, I said, enough is enough. I'm sorry, I'm not going to accept any legal work after my retirement. So, I once again conveyed my thanks. That was my position. Then I settled in my village. Then within 3 months, I received a request from the present Prime Minister. Sir, why don't you accept governorship in any one of the southern states? Then he himself hinted Kerala. I accepted. I went there and I joined in September 2014. I completed my 5 years office there, and after completing my term, again I returned and settled in my village. Why I mentioned, even for getting any higher position, after getting good qualification in an institution like this, you must work hard. Nothing wrong in mentioning many things about me. In my nearly 2 decades of judicial service, nearly 19 years, I didn't take a single day holiday. You may ask, how, sir? We have 2 sons. I got married too. During that time, my judgeship only, my father passed away. But I didn't take a single day holiday. Because you may not aware, for High Court and Supreme Court, many holidays. For one day Deepavali, 1 week holiday. One day Pongal, 1 week holiday. For winter, though everywhere heating system is there, 2 weeks holiday. Summer, though we have convenient air conditioning, High Court 4 weeks, Supreme Court 7 weeks holidays. In North, Holi 1 day, but 1 week holiday for court. No, I showed the calendar to my daughter-in-law, 2 daughter-in-law side. So, note down the holidays. You fix any day in the holiday, I have no objection, and we will complete the marriage. So, without taking a single day holiday, 2 sons' marriage were performed, one at Coimbatore, another at Erode. So, no need to take a holiday for marriages of my sons. Unfortunately, God has given me good health. I didn't avail a single health holiday. But in holy vacation in 2012, I think, 12 or 11, I'm supposed to go to Andaman and Nicobar Islands to address a court officers meeting. Then I booked a ticket, my office booked a ticket for me and my wife. We have to go to via Calcutta to Andaman. On that day, I received a phone call by my brother. My father is a little serious. why don't you come? Then immediately I cancelled. I asked my another colleague to go and attend. We rushed to my village. Same day. Next day my father passed away. Within 2 days I performed, because he passed away at the age of 95. It is a peaceful death. No grievance to anyone. Within 2 days after fulfilling all obligations as per our family rituals, I returned to Delhi. Next day is working day. Many of my colleagues came to my house to inquire. They scolded me. Why you returned within 3 days, even after the demise of my father? I said, I fulfilled all obligations. Now I have to work as per his desire. So that's why I didn't take a single day. It's very difficult. It is not an advice to others, but if possible, we can. And then I said, after retirement as Chief Justice of India, I was appointed as the Governor of Kerala. There, I had an opportunity. You know, Governor is the Chancellor of all universities. So I invited all the Vice Chancellors and verified their problems. And monthly once, meeting will be held. I invite all Vice Chancellors. Then I introduced a Chancellor's Award, Best University, every year. For example, this year, 2022, the Chancellor has to select Best University, and I consulted the Chief Minister. He agreed to provide the required funds. The Best University will be paid 5 crores check. It should be used for some good activities, not for spending any function or felicitation like that. So for that, I appointed a high-level committee. The committee and framed guidelines, what are all the relevant materials to select. They have to visit, inspect various colleges, education, facilities, and grievance of students, staff, etc. And that was appreciated by everyone. Even in Governor's Conference, annual conference in Rashtrapati Bhavan, Honorable President of India, knowing this, studying this Chancellor's Award, informed the other governors, if possible, follow this and take guidance from so and so. So some of the governors, their office received the details from my office. No, I am saying it was beneficial to the students and staff. My dear young friends, as a person hailing from judiciary and occupied the highest position in judiciary, that is Chief Justice of India, I request all of you to learn and understand some of the relevant and important provisions in our Constitution of India. Constitution of India, which was enacted on 26th November 1949. I can't ask you to read the entire Constitution. When you join law course, from +2 5-year course or graduation 3-year course, a Constitution you have to read full. But for every public must aware of these certain things that I am going to tell. Preamble, that is the first portion in our Constitution, which speaks about justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, and unity, as well as integrity of the nation. This preamble you must aware. After finishing the school, when you go for civil service examination, every time they will ask what our Constitution says, what is preamble, what it contains. Then other important provisions are fundamental rights, fundamental duties. So we have citizens have a fundamental rights. Equally, the Constitution insists we people have fundamental duties. Now, I won't elaborate. If you are college students, definitely I will mention what are all the duties. but no need to go into all those details now. Then free press, freedom to speak and write, all are provided in our constitution. Otherwise, I cannot speak like this. You cannot sit and listen to my speech. Everything provided in our constitution. Free movement throughout India, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Ahmedabad to Shillong. Right to criticize government if they go wrong. Independent judiciary. No arrest without assigning adequate reason or reasons. These are all the materials provided in our constitution. When you get a chance, after finishing your school studies, you can go through these important topics. Our constitution also protects both male and female, equal rights to women. Everyone sitting here and outside must aware of free legal aid. The constitution provides free legal aid to those people who are unable to spend money to engage a lawyer or go to court. Legal literacy, legal awareness, and lok adalat, etc. It is my duty to inform my young friends. Now the entire nation is struggling to come out from COVID 2019. Fortunately, it has come down. Coronavirus. All of us have to strictly adhere. I'm happy all of you are following this. Adhere and follow the instructions of both central and state governments. Wearing face mask, maintaining social distancing. Provision for thermal scanning and use of hand wash or sanitizer will be mandatory. No doubt now the gravity has come down. Very soon we will come out from this agony. Finally, purity, patience, and perseverance are three essentials to success. And above all, have patience in all your undertakings. Congratulations and God bless you. May you see all the heights of success in your career and in your personal life. My heartfelt thanks to Madam Elsa Thomas for giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you for your inspirational words, sir. I'm certain your words have left a huge impact on us. The interactive session with the students will now commence.
Use that mic. Use that one.
Good afternoon, sir. What was more valuable to your career, education or experience?
Pardon?
What was more valuable to your career, education or experience?
Challenges.
No. What was more valuable to you, education or experience in your career?
I can say, no, I faced many problems. Even in my lecture, I said, when I wanted to join medical college, I could not secure required mark, but one of my friend requested 50,000, I can join medical course in Karnataka in the management quota. When I asked, I can't spend so much of money, I have no manual and continue. So many challenges. That is problems that were there throughout. Even after finishing my law course, it is not so easy to get a brief to stay in High Court. But I worked mostly on government side, both the government side, both ADMK and DMK side. I had the opportunity to serve for the government, and I was elevated, posted as a judge at the young age of 45 plus.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my question is, which was your most challenging case?
Pardon?
Which was your most challenging case of all? Challenging case.
Case. And actually, if you are college students, I could have mentioned many cases. I don't want to burden you. By that, now that you have asked me this question, in the introductory speech, your colleague mentioned Bombay bomb blast case. That was the blast case occurred in India first time in 1992-93. About more than 185 persons died, several persons injured, almost 1/4 of the Bombay was vanished due to that. Went for 14 years. Trial means at the local level. Afterwards, the trial court convicted several persons, awarded death sentence, a life sentence, and fine, etc. Against that judgment, the no appeal to High Court, only to Supreme Court. Maybe because of some special provisions, the appeal lies only to Supreme Court. At that time, the then Chief Justice Kapadia, he is from Bombay. Now I was fourth or fifth judge in Supreme Court. I received a message from him. His PA came to my room. Sir, Chief Justice of India wants to meet you. Please come to his chamber, his room after court work. I went there. Then he said, we normally judges, we call brothers and sisters. He said, brother, I am going to allot the Bombay bomb blast case to your bench. Bench means minimum 2, 3, 5 judges. That is called a bench. Bench means not this wooden bench. Judges sitting, no, in Supreme Court, the quorum is minimum 2, then 3. I readily agreed. Then only I realized it is simple work. I asked my senior PA to send those judgments, copies to my residence. Next week I am going back to my village because of some holiday. So in village I can go through the judgment. She was standing like a tree in front of me. Now I asked, what is the problem? Why you are not obeying my order? Sir, if I want to send all the judgment or records, I have to secure a big lorry. You can't carry in the flight. That is the biggest case ever heard by any court in India. Because the trial itself went for 14. Then another judge with me, Justice Chauhan, he is of UP. Both were heard this matter for 10 months. Morning 10:30 to 4:30, no other case. Even while taking food, while going walk in my bungalow, I remember only this case. 10 months continuously we heard this and pronounced judgment within 4 months. That was a greatest work. the law journal, which is publishing our judgments, published a separate book, 1,200 pages. I verified after my judgment only recently, Ayodhya Dispute. Ayodhya case came, similar to this biggest case. So I take this was a challenging one. Only during this case, we didn't allow any lawyer or visitor inside the court to bring mobile. Because through mobile, there were we noticed some of the advocates were passing our observations, argument to foreign countries. That's why we banned this. So I take it is a challenging work during my lifetime.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my question is based on caste. Why is it necessary for a candidate to mention the caste while seeking jobs in public sector?
What's that?
Why is it necessary in India for a candidate to mention caste when seeking employment in the public sector?
Yes, it's a very good question.
Yes.
See, you know the position of India. Some states have developed, some states are developing, some states are still underdeveloped. So, in order to bring everyone on the same level, the framers of our constitution and our political leaders enacted some legislation, and in that it insists that privileged communities or persons suffering at the lower level. So they identified the caste and they give some benefits. For example, if you are a backward class, your parents or yourself not developed, you are not getting the required income, facilities in your life, you can be a backward citizen. So if you mention your caste and the division, your group, you may get some concession in the medical admission, college admission, even employment, so that in due course, even underdeveloped or lower level people or students or citizens, they may also come up. So nothing wrong in mentioning the caste or religion for sometimes. If we develop and every people reach some position, this can be abolished.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, given your illustrious career in the judiciary, what would you say is more important, justice or mercy?
What is
Justice or mercy?
So in your legal career, which do you think was more important, justice or mercy?
Justice is important. Mercy should be a rarest of rare case. That's why when you become a lawyer, read my judgment in Rajiv Gandhi assassin mercy petition case. They deserve highest punishment. They have no right to kill anyone, and they killed our Prime Minister. So they deserve death sentence, no doubt. But even after awarding death sentence, fortunately our constitution provides several reliefs to them also. So in the mercy petition, the government could have taken quick action. Then by this time they could have been even executed. I don't know. So yes, I prefer justice. Mercy should be a rarest case.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, has your verdict ever been a death sentence for any criminal in your career?
Death sentence?
Have you awarded the death sentence to anyone in your career?
See, it depends upon the facts of each case. The Supreme Court has ruled death sentence should be awarded by the trial court or the High Court or Supreme Court. It should be a rarest of rare case. So if you will definitely you will read when you join law courts, or afterwards you will learn all these things. What is meant by rarest of rare case? Nowadays, new type of cases are unfortunately developing. For marrying inter-caste marriages, many people are not accepting. So they either take away the life or do something. In those cases, and taking action or killing the married girls and unmarried girls, etc. POCSO Act is there, special act to safeguard the safety of our girls and women. If a person continuously doing this mischief, knowing the consequence, continuously doing, then he has to be awarded maximum punishment. That is called the rarest of rare case. But even life sentence awardees, if the accused male or female performs good behavior in prison, he or she may get early release. That provision is there in our acts.
Thank you, sir.
We'll have just the last two more people and then we end. Adish, come. Last two questions. Haryant, and you last, okay? Last two. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. So you had a long and celebrated judicial career.
Closer to the, just bring it up a bit. Yeah.
Would you say, what you've seen of people that has given you more hope about the future of mankind, or is it just going downhill?
Peace.
I didn't get, sorry, can you start that?
What have you seen of people that has given you more hope regarding the future of mankind, or is it just going downhill?
What is his question is based on based on your judicial experience, do you think that mankind has hope to go forward, or do you think it's declining?
Is our society declining?
Based on what you've seen.
Is our society declining for mankind, or is there hope for us based on your judicial experience?
See, there are thousands of decisions and different fields are there. Civil, criminal, constitution. Almost all the decision, the aim of the judges, the aim is to prevent the people from committing crimes, prevent the government from violating any laws, and making the people, whether male or female, to work and develop. This is the aim. Keeping this in their mind only, they decide each case. Any specific doubt or?
No, I think his question is, do you have a sense that mankind is progressing or is it declining?
Mankind is definitely progressing. Mankind is definitely progressing. If you take the statistics at the 50 to 60 and 2010 to 2020, definitely by various orders, various judgments, various decisions, people are now developing, they are picking up well, no difficulty.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Closer to the mic. Closer to the mic.
Closer to the mic.
So my question is, according to you, how do you think students like us should deal with failure?
What's that?
How should you view failure as a student? As a student, how should they view failure?
If they fail.
Failure. How should they experience? What is your advice to them on how to deal with failure?
Yes. My advice or my suggestion, see, whatever subject you study or learn, but you have to work hard. Unless you are thorough with the subject, it is very difficult to compete, because day by day manpower is increasing. Man means not man, men, it includes man and woman, because of computerization. In those days, for example, I will give you, a company requires 15 people. Nowadays, by modernization, computer and all facilities, the company require, with the assistance of 2 persons, they will finish it up everything. Most of, in the lighter when I am saying, most of you are not wearing watches, because from the mobile you get everything. So watch company goes, employment opportunity goes. So you have, in future, you have to work hard. A country like us, we have more population, more educated persons. So we have to create more opportunities. And in the present education system, unless you are very competent, it is very difficult to get a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your informative and insightful answers. We will now have the expression of gratitude by Akhilesh Sai Bikina, the Winter House Prefect.
Gratitude is the only virtue you really need to be called a great man. I unquote my mother. My mother has always mentioned that gratitude is essentially spreading happiness. By thanking someone, you make them happy, and so you become a happier man. That is why I consider it an extreme honor to express my gratitude on behalf of everyone present here today. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our chief guest, His Excellency Honorable Shri Justice P.Sathasivam, and his gracious wife, Madam Saraswati, for taking time from their busy schedules to attend our special assembly. We surely will keep your inspiring words in our hearts, sir, and thank you for participating in the interactive session. On behalf of the school, sir and madam, please accept these mementos. I would also like to express my gratitude to the school management for organizing the first special assembly after a gap of over 2 years and allowing us to gather insight from such an illustrious personality. I would like to thank our co-founder, Mrs. Elsama Thomas, the president, Mr. Jacob Thomas, the senior vice president, staff and student welfare, Mrs. Sarah Jacob, and the principal, Mrs. Sheila Alexander, for gracing us with your presences today. I would like to thank the percussion teacher, Mr. Rodell, and all the students who were able to present such a fantastic musical performance. My thanks go out to Mrs. Shanta Dhananjayan and Mr. Shashi and all the members of all the departments who helped with arranging this assembly, without whom this assembly would not have been possible. I certainly cannot forget to thank Karthik Gupta of grade 5, who came up here to lead the school in prayer. I would like to thank Manome Goenka for being the MC and Akila Chandran Babu for delivering the welcome address. And last, but definitely not the least, I would like to thank the audience for being present here today. Without you, there would not be an assembly. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Akhilesh. We have come to the end of the assembly. All are requested to rise for the national anthem.